Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to use the word coronavirus because when you use that word, YouTube's algorithm and technology immediately pick it up and then hit you with the yellow icon, which means they basically them only run the lowest, cheapest ads them. So all if you get to 100,000 views, they now make them more than $10 or something like that, right? And then they also flag the videos and they don't push it out there as much, right? They don't push it, so basically them kind of, I guess their algorithm kind of stifle it, right? Anyway, I know I said I wasn't going to use that word, but I'm just way too rebellious and I can't help myself. Because especially when it comes on to a topic like this, maybe you know look a normal topic me I talk about this and that, I might say big C, but this is a serious topic right now. Something that I've been observing, I'm sit back and I'm observing and I'm watching and I see nobody go talk about this. Whether it's somebody, well, I know nobody local in Jamaica and I go talk about it. But I watch you see on the the American media, I see nobody go pick this up. But I realize nobody not address it. So you know what? I'm going to address it and I'm going to talk to my subscribers and people. I wonder if you realize how the media treat this coronavirus versus how it treats the viruses that come out of Africa. See, people have short-term memory. I remember Ebola and even other viruses like Zika and those things, right? And I know people are thinking to themselves, "Sir P, what you talk about? I don't understand. What kind of tangent you going off, man?" I understand this. I was watching an interview. I think it was CNN on one of those channels. And somebody referred to the coronavirus as the Wuhan virus. An actual scientist referred to it as the Wuhan virus. And one of the CNN journalists said, you can't say that because it's racist. You can't name the virus of a place because people are going to attach the virus to that place. And that is racist and xenophobic and all kind of things. And it immediately triggered a spark in my brain. Racist? Xenophobic? People, how many of you know that Ebola is the name of a place? The Ebola virus comes from the Ebola River, right? The Ebola River is in Central Africa. How many people know that? That Ebola was the name of an actual place, right? The name of it's actually in the country called Zaire, right? So Ebola River is in Zaire in Central Africa, and because that is where it first turned up, that is where them first see it, so they immediately named it the Ebola virus. Can somebody tell me why wasn't it racist when it was being called the Ebola virus? Maybe somebody can tell me in the comment section. This is what more I know, because the American media and CNN is what? CNN they're liberals, right? American liberals. You know, the one them who claim them love black people so much, right? When they did use the word Ebola, why wasn't that racist? Because now the name Ebola is forever stained with a virus. Anytime you go, if you ever go Zaire and hear the word Ebola, and somebody say, no, say me I go to Ebola River, go be it, they don't even want to go be it again. Because your mind is permanently stained with that name, Ebola, as a virus. But, Sir P, maybe it's a one-off. Okay. Let me give you another one. Remember the other virus, them claim they go kill you off? Because remember, people, every couple of years you get one new virus to kill off everybody, you know. Well, who remembers Zika? Remember Zika? Zika virus or Zika fever? Remember that was also going to be the other one that was going to kill off everybody. People, want to know where Zika is? The Zika is the name of a place in Uganda. It's called the Zika Forest in Uganda. That is the first place them buck it up on. That is what they named the virus after. That is historically how viruses are named. They normally named after either the place where them find it, or maybe a scientist who found it or something like that. But attaching the name of the place where it started to the virus has been basic principle for years, for decades, for centuries. It has never been racist, only when it applies to the Chinese. See, because now I realize more than ever that China has truly arrived. China has truly arrived as a total 116 country, where even big countries like America have to know themselves or them talk about them. Let me say that again. Even the big countries like America have to know what them do when them call China name certain ways. See, who remembers initially it was called the Wuhan virus? It was either coronavirus or Wuhan virus. That quickly get mashed up. Now we are here about CODV19, all kind of codes. People, how much virus in the name of them kind of code there? Come on, talk to me. How much virus on the know get rebranded so much time to the point it reach one code? No virus that come out of Africa and get no code. Anyway it start at this right name. Ebola, Zika, whatever. At this right start, at this right name. Who remember the West Nile virus? Come on, people, talk to me. See, I know we're going to see the historian them. Who remember the West Nile virus? Right, the historian them amongst us remember that one. The West Nile virus was discovered in 1937. And of course, as the name suggests, it was originally found. The first place MC was the West Nile district of Uganda. So what them call it? The West Nile virus. Who remember the Guinea worm? Again, Guinea, also a place in Africa. So I'm trying to show you how this thing work, right? See, when it comes on to certain place, it can just attach the name to it, right? And permanently brand those place with something negative from now until like kingdom come, and it's no problem. But when you try call something Wuhan virus, which is where it come from, all of a sudden the media is now telling us that is racist and xenophobic, or we can't say that. We have to call it CODV 19, 18, 22, XYG, algebra, and calculus. I hope you realize how the world works. Because nobody not talk with them things there, and I'm showing some things that might fly on the head. I try showing how the world treats certain people. Right? Then they show you how logic and reason don't apply to certain people. Because it's okay to brand the Ebola River and people who live next to it. Right? It's okay for Zika and the West Nile and all them places. That's fine. But when it comes down to the Big Daddy 116 Uncle Chin, no. We can't call it no Wuhan virus. Right? I know next time I notice people, I realize a lot of people are going above and beyond to exonerate the Chinese of this. When the original, remember I was doing story on this long before it get hype, Talk truth. People, talk truth. I did a story on this, I did a video on this long before it get hype and everybody run up and down. And in that video, I said, history has proven that the Chinese government is known to lie and downplay these things until they get too bad. I said it. We saw it with SARS. We could talk about SARS now. Remember SARS, right? Remember that was another one originated from China. What was it called? SARS, Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. You notice the name of another place again? So you see it's a trend. Anything come out of China, I forget some big fancy name and some fancy code and an abbreviation and acronyms. Right? But anything come out of Africa, just to get the name of the place they come from in Africa. West Nile, Ebola, Zika. But let's go back to the people trying to exonerate China of this. I see people are go to the extent of building conspiracy theories to make it look like China is a victim. People are say, America still ain't go down there. Really? Let me explain something to you. Because a lot of people don't actually study things like the stock markets and geopolitics. The American economy needs the Chinese economy to do well for it to prosper. Let me say that again. The American economy, matter of fact, the global economy needs China to be in a good shape if everybody else can prosper. China is what supply the world with all them little manufacturing and all them little goods and this and that. Cheap this and cheap that. The world needs China to be in a good shape. When this thing hit China, what did you see happen to the world? Everybody stock market plunge. It would be ridiculous for somebody to try to hurt the Chinese government economy, benefit themselves when everybody else will get hurt, which is evident if you're reading the news and see how everybody's stock market perform. Everybody's stock market is plunging. Even Jamaica's stock market, that has been doing well for much years, plunged. I think them said last week, one of the worst week in history. The world needs China to do well, right? But people rather believe, so everybody in the world, or the Americans, or the French, or the Germans, or the British, willing to sabotage China, hurt themselves and hurt the world, instead of believing what is more realistic, that the Chinese is responsible for this. People would rather believe, say, or Uncle Sam or the Queen or somebody in Italy do this instead of saying, listen, is the Chinese government. People rather put them faith in a communist country with no media transparency, where there is no free press, right? A place where you can't even criticize the president and keep your head on your body, right? And what next thing I realize, people? I'm sure it's what I realize. People are so in love with the Chinese, them can't even see what obvious in front of them. Before this big coronavirus thing, what was going on? What was the hot topic around China? Let me give you 2 seconds to try to remember. Before Corona, what was happening to the Chinese government? They were under pressure. Under pressure for what? The Hong Kong protests. Hong Kong had had enough of China. Hong Kong was threatening to go away. Hong Kong was telling China, say, listen, we have 5 big demands, and if you don't meet it, we now start protests. Every day, millions of people in the streets. Then all of a sudden, Corona turn up, protest done. Don't ever now listen to me. We don't want conspiracy theories, right? Since you no one accept, say, the Chinese them don't there eat all kind of things and start this thing. We no one accept that because they love the Chinese so much and rate the Chinese so much, and they don't think it can be as simple as that. So since you don't want conspiracy, make it go in a conspiracy then. Tell me how as soon as Hong Kong start get flare up and Hong Kong will have big protests, millions of people. Out of nowhere, new strain of Corona come up. Hong Kong protests done overnight because what? You can't meet publicly again because everybody afraid of Corona. No one conspiracy see there. But we don't want that. No, because a lot of owners me say have the Chinese on a pedestal. And think, oh, not Uncle Chin, you never do that. So since you don't want to accept, say, eat the man them eat all kind of crown and it's down there and spread this thing. Since you don't want conspiracy, tell me what go on. Tell me why as soon as Hong Kong flare up, then this thing turn up, Hong Kong have a cycle. Because people can't get in the public. More want to know what is this strange obsession with the Chinese. That more want to know. More know when, first of all, look on these people. You have the Brazilian president a catch Corona. The Canadian president, Canadian Prime Minister wife catch Corona. How much celebrity, Tom Hanks, Donald Trump, a shake hands to the president of Brazil, then them find out say the president of Brazil. So America, who people are say at them send it go down there. The president himself a shake and a rub shoulders with man. All of you find out say them have it too. Right? But then people still willing to believe say, yeah man, America or Italy or England send it go down there. Alright? Ask yourself this question. If man all the way in Canada, I get it. Man all the way in Germany, Italy, how we not hear say none of the top Chinese brass them catch it? Why none of the top Chinese politicians them now have this thing here? But he reach all the way to Brazil, where Brazil president catch it. Italy this, the Canadian Prime Minister. Come on, talk to me. Or the Chinese politicians them should have catch it first, because they're right in their backyard. But them good. And man halfway across the world, I catch it. Right? But man still willing to tell us, no. Nope. Chinese is a victim in all of this. Let me explain something to you before we go. If the Chinese government even believed for a second that a foreign country unleash something like this on them, the world would have turned upside down tomorrow morning. Let me say it again. If the Chinese government believed for a second, say any foreign country, it could have even be Uncle Sam, unleashed Corona upon them, the world would have turned upside down tomorrow morning. Right? But no. The Chinese president, none of the top breast them now pointing the fingers outside now. But people from Jamaica and people from all in the West, I said, no man, them innocent as somebody saying it go down there, and them now say that. Right? The Chinese, one of the most powerful militaries in the world, I go sit back and make somebody do this to them. With all them intelligence apparatus, all the evidence them can gather, and they can find out if somebody send it to them. Them not say that, and them not doing about it. But Jamaican, we sit down on half a tree for one corner, I go tell you, say, yeah man, you know, say, me feel like Italy saying it go down there, yeah man, people, get a grip on yourself. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.